Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be possibly a how-to repair video, at least how to test some things out. This particular unit is a Gallagher S16. They made an S10 and an S20 that were a similar shaped case, just a different sticker and I think a little bit different circuit board on the inside. But we'll take a look at this, see if we can get anything figured out with it. So, but if you've got a fence charger you want to send us in to look at, whether it's Gallagher or another brand or whatever, we do work on everything that's out there, old style, new style. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Well, so far so good, because it's supposed to be green and flashing, and it is green and flashing. Alright, well, let's put a tester on it, see what it does. We're getting almost 8,000 volts out of it. Well, at the moment, I don't see anything wrong with it. The other symptoms you'll see with these things is the light will show red, and it will flash like a red light every, I don't know, a few seconds. The two things that can cause that is either low battery, or these things are software driven on their boards, so they can get a little squirrely with their software, and sometimes you can do a reset on them and bring them back to life, but you got to check your battery first to make sure the battery's good. So the battery sits right down inside here, a little 6-volt battery. So to check your battery, you need a multimeter, preferably a digital one. And it's a 6-volt battery, so you put on a voltage setting for DC that will read up to 6 volts or higher. And let's go across there and see what this is. We know the battery's good. 6.38, so almost 6.5 volts. So battery's fine, but say your battery was less than 6. That's one thing that could cause it not to read and not to work right. So, but if your battery is over 6 and it's only flashing red every so often, go ahead and unhook it from the fence and ground and turn it back on. The light still shows red, and you check your battery and it reads good. One thing you can try to do is a reset. And how you reset them, this one doesn't need to be reset, but how you do it, you turn it off. So straight up and down is off. Light face down to block the solar panel from any light. And you take your battery wires and you hold them together, short it out basically, and basically what this does is any residual voltage that's in that board, you're getting rid of all of it, and it's resetting the software and everything back to square one. It's kind of a neat little trick that you can do with these newer Gallaghers. The S17 and S20s, you can't do it with those, but S10s, S16, S20s, and S40s maybe, and S100s, you probably can do it with those two. It's worth a shot to try. It's a cheap thing to try. So hold it together for about 30 seconds or so, and then you'll hook your battery back up if the battery's good. If the battery's not good, resetting it and hooking back to your battery is not going to do anything. So we got the battery hooked back up. Turn it back on. Of course, this one's going to go to work because it was already working before. Camera's not picking it up, but it is flashing every pulse. So if your battery's low, it'll cause the red light to flash, saying, hey, you got a low battery. Or if you battery check's good and you unhook it from the fence and ground and turn it back on, it goes flashing green again, that means you probably got a bad short in the fence dragging it down. If your battery is too low, below 6, doing the reset won't help. You got to get a good battery in there, and then turn it back. Didn't do the reset and turn it back on. I don't know what the cutoff voltage is for these things where they stop running, but probably 5, 9, I would say 6.1 or 6.2, 6 volts. Some of there's probably the cutoff voltage for it before it stops running right. But this read almost 6.4, so this battery's good. But nothing really wrong with this one. It works just fine. So I don't know what the story is. I imagine customers must have a bad short in the fence, didn't realize it, or his ground system's not quite adequate for, because it's time of the year, or maybe he's just touching the fence and wasn't getting shocked by it very hard, and that could be because the grounding is too dry or not enough ground rods, or his shoes were insulating them from the ground. Then you could drop down to a knee, put the back of your hand up to the fence and see if it bites you harder. But this thing's working fine. So, but anyways, well, that's basically it for now. And then you got a fence charger want to have us look at it, send it on in. Got to call first, is box up and ship it here. And until next time, we'll see you guys later on.